Hello, today we're making praline almonds. What you'll need for this recipe is half a cup of slivered almonds, a fourth cup granulated sugar, a candy thermometer, a saucepan, a spoon to mix with, and a stove. The first step is to take your sugar and evenly move it around the saucepan. Nice and even. Second, what you want is sugar. Is put over the stove. What we call sugar is sucrose, a molecule composed of 12 atoms of carbon, 22 atoms of hydrogen, and 11 atoms of oxygen. C12H22O11. Sugar is a carbohydrate. It is found naturally in most plants, but especially in sugar cane and sugar beets, hence their names. Sucrose is actually two simpler sugars combined into one, fructose and glucose. A little bit of acid, for example lemon juice, is often used to break down sucrose into these two components. What happens when you heat a sugar solution? When you add sugar to water, the sugar crystals dissolve and the sugar goes into solution, but you can't dissolve an infinite amount of sugar into a fixed volume of water. When as much sugar has been dissolved into a solution as possible, the solution is said to be saturated. The saturation point is different at different temperatures. The higher the temperature, the more sugar that can be held in solution. The easiest way to increase the solubility of sugar is to increase the temperature of the solution using hot water. There are basically two types of candies, crystalline, such as fudge, and non-crystalline, such as praline almonds. Recipe ingredients and procedures for non-crystalline candies are specifically designed to prevent the formation of sugar crystals because they give the resulting candy a grainy texture. Praline almonds are non-crystalline, meaning the sugar is not a crystalline form. The sugar used for praline almonds should be heated to 338 degrees Fahrenheit when the sugar becomes a rich, deep caramel color. Caramelization is what happens to the pure sugar when it reaches 338 degrees Fahrenheit. At this temperature, sugar compounds start to break down and form new compounds. But according to chemist Shelley Schmidt and her colleagues at University of Illinois, sugar doesn't actually melt into other compounds and can remain solid through the entire caramelization process. The exact process of caramelization is still unknown even by PhD chemists today. One way to prevent the crystallization of sucrose in candy is make sure there are two types of sugar, usually fructose and glucose. Large crystals of sucrose have a harder time forming when molecules of fructose and glucose are around. Crystals form something like Lego blocks locking together, except that instead of Lego block pieces, they are molecules. If some of the molecules are a different size and shape, they won't fit together and a crystal doesn't form. Another way to prevent crystallization is to add a non-sucrose sugar, such as corn syrup, which is mainly glucose. Some lollipop recipes use as much as 50% corn syrup to prevent sugar crystals from ruining the texture. Here we go, it's about good. I'm going to remove the pan. It'll continue to cook a little bit after. When it reaches the desired shade of amber, you add the praline almonds to the mixture. And just stir. After that is done, you can take the praline almonds off and into your cookie sheet and start to separate them. Separate the clumps. There we go, praline almonds.